Hi everyone, I'm Sunny and today's pick a card is a yes or no pick a card. For today's topic, it's going to be about whether you can sign a good contract. So I have 8 piles from top to bottom, left to right. I have pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you need more time, pause the video and then select the pile or piles of your choice if you have different questions. And I'll see you at your pile of choice. So with that being said, I will start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, you guys have the Page of Swords upright. So this is going to be a yes. Feel out the vibe of the card for yourself. So I think there's going to be important communication for this one that has to be relayed. It's going to be brief. So I think it's like casually kind of having conversations about, your contract. And I probably might come more from you. Because you're like curious, you're inquisitive, so I'll just leave it at that. So thank you, pile 1. Pile number 2, you guys have the Moon card reverse. This is going to be a no. So feel out the vibe of the card. I forgot they're kind of far out. So pile number 2, maybe not right now, but you could either sign a different contract at a different time or a different time frame for this particular contract you're curious about, probably because there's things that are being shed light into. Wait, did I say that right? You're shedding light, or maybe something could be shedding light to some important issues that you're like, oh wait a minute, I looked at this closely and carefully, or more clearly with a clear mind, and I'm not like reading jargon or over and over, like I'm just going over things and I'm just reading, but I'm not actually grasping the idea of the contract. So I think you're seeing things more clearly now, and that's why you're like, maybe this isn't for me. I think it's more so you make the choice of like, no thank you, or pausing it, or kind of waiting on it, or just a different time frame for that kind of contract. So I'll leave it at that. Pile number 3, you guys have the Strength card reverse. This is going to be a no. So feel out the vibe of the card. So pile number 3, I think maybe the reason why you don't have to sign a good contract right now, or that you can't, it could be like you not wanting to let go of things, or like you're being more honest about the contract that maybe it's just not for you. Like you're not being stubborn, but you're also not letting go of things that are important to you, like your values or something. So it's like there's maybe important details that you really want to continue to have, but maybe this contract won't give you those opportunities, right? So whatever your contract you're thinking about, it's just maybe not suitable for you, like right now, or for this particular thing you're looking for, or you're being more realistic. Like not realistic, I just think you're being honest about your desires. Like example, like you want more leeway because you have like a newborn child or something. You're like, I want this contract and it's great, but I don't have flexibility and I need it a little bit more because I have a newborn, right? That could be it. So I'm just giving you an example, but this is going to be a no. Next, pile number 4, you guys have the 4 of, why did I say 4? 5 of Cups, I'm sorry. You guys have the 5 of Cups reverse, so this is going to be a no. Feel out the vibe of the card for a bit to get your own interpretation. So pile number 4, sorry, I said 5. I said 4 of Cups, it's 5 of Cups. I think you're still stuck on something in the past. So like you're still stuck on a contract and you can't sign this new contract until you let go of this one, or you're holding on to something that's just, not that it's not beneficial to you, it's just comfortable or familiar to you, and you're not letting go of things. So maybe you're open to the idea of maybe signing a new contract or a good contract later on, but not right now, but it's still like maybe in the works, or you're pausing yourself, you're really thinking about it clearly, because I think you have your heart elsewhere, or your heart is still in your job partially, like one foot in, one foot out, but you're maybe slowly getting there. It feels more like you're kind of in the midst of not transforming, but transitioning is the right way of saying it. But this is going to be a no for you, so I'll leave it at that. Next, pile number 6, you guys have a yes. This is a Queen of Swords upright. So feel out the vibe of the card before I pull the next one. Or if I said pile 6 or 5, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll correct it when I do the video. But this is going to be a yes for you. Queen of Swords upright. So if you need a little bit of more pointers when it comes to this, I think maybe you're being very emotionally direct with your conversations, very concise, very forward, which is good, very clear. I think you're being very organized, and that's what's going to lead you to having a good contract. It's that you're dotting all your I's or your T's or your O's and the I, whatever it's called, X's and O's or something. I can't think of the word right now, or the phrase, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think that you might be communicating maybe with an air sign female, or you could be this air sign female, and you're being very mature, very much in power and position. So I think maybe you have leverage, or you have the power to say yes or no. Like, it feels good. It feels like you're having a good standing. And even if it's not you in particular, I think you have good standing with this person, with this Queen of Swords, because I just think the conversation flows good. Like, I just keep thinking, like, there's a lot of fast communication, but a lot of, like, readiness. Like, you're ready to conversate. You're ready to, like, if someone has a question, you answer it. Or you have a question, they answer it. It's, like, very clear and concise. So I'll leave it at that. So next, pile number, if there's 8 piles, it's 8, 7, 6. I think this is pile 6. Pile 6, you guys have a no. This is why did I say the musician? The magician reverse. This is a no. Feel out the vibe of the card. Maybe some of you guys are interested in being musicians. I don't know why did I say the musician. Maybe you're interested in a creative field, but this is a no. You're probably not going to get a good contract yet, or not signing a good contract, so, like, put that on hold, whatever route you're going to. Like, it could still be your path, it's just maybe a different route, or, like, a different time. But if you choose to continue, you might realize that I feel like you're kind of let down. Like, there's a vibe of, like, oh, I imagine this to be all that great, like a realistic take, like, oh, this wasn't all that it amounted to. Like, you put all your hopes and dreams, and, like, it just feels like there's a disillusionment, something like that. Maybe you don't read the fine print or something, or maybe you just don't like the way they work, and you work very differently, but this contract probably might not make you that happy. It's more like a happy thing, rather than, like, anything else for this pile, but this is going to be a no. I'll just leave it at that. So next, pile number 7, you guys have the King of Swords reverse, so this is going to be a no. Feel out the vibe of the card for this one. Sorry. So pile number 7, I think you might not see eye to eye with someone that's kind of a fire sign. I think that maybe they might be very stubborn, or they might be a little bit too aggressive, like passive aggressive, but, like, it comes out too aggressive for you when it comes to signing the contract. Like, it's pushy, but, like, uncomfortable. I don't know, I just feel like you might not enjoy the environment, like, working under this person. Like, it's not that I don't necessarily think they're a control freak. I just think that they have to do things their way, and there's better ways, and you might clash in that sense. Like, it's their pride that gets in their way. But yeah, there's, like, this weakness and, like, passive aggressive, like, maybe they're just a toxic masculine, or their masculine energy, even if they're a female, is not that great. It's just, imagine, like, someone having to be, like, tough because they're a woman. Like, they need to be tough, right, because they're in a position of power, but it comes off in a terrible way when there's strength and femininity too. But that's my take. But they're just probably not someone that's good at wielding power and responsibility. So I'll just leave that at that. That dealing with this person might not be all that great. So just letting you know. it's a no. Last pile number 8, you guys have a no. This is the Two of Swords reversed. So feel out the vibe of the card for your own interpretation. So the reason why this is going to be a no for you guys, I think that there's maybe something better and you choose like the one that might not be the wisest one. So like if you're weighing out your options, there's probably something out there better for you, more suited for you. And it might be more so like a thing about responsibility, like less responsibility or more ease, like more flexibility, things like that. Like I think you might be stuck on this particular one that you're thinking about because it sounds great and all, but when you're actually doing it, it might not be that great. So I'm just going to leave it simply for this one. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but now it might affect your mental health a bit, or you might be having to be working solo or something, and like you have to weigh the burdens of that rather than sharing it with your colleagues and stuff. So I just think for this one, it might not be ideal for you, mostly because of those kinds of reasons. It's just, there's something better out there, maybe like wrong place, wrong time, or timing's off, things like that. So this is a no. So thank you for watching me stuck to the very end. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps me out with my channel, and I'll see you in a different video. Sorry, my bad. Bye everybody. Have a nice day.